Welcome back to my channel, Star Booze.
I'm going to get to where I'm going, to return directly to the Beatles here. Because there was a time. Someone wrote a thesis about Paul. McCartney is dead, and Paul is dead. And if you played back the records, this is a serious situation. Crazy. Prepare to delve into the legendary world of Jimmy Page, the iconic English musician and producer who redefined rock history as the mastermind behind Led Zeppelin Pig's guitar riffs. Songwriting has become the very rock and roll's genuine heartbeat. He is an innovator and has received numerous awards. Awards include Grammy wins and a place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. These days, Page balances a peaceful existence at his old London home, famously loaded with rare guitars, mysterious artifacts, so do not be deceived. This instrument, God's legacy, still roars, louder than ever. But before we delve, we must first enter his wonderful existence. Explore the roots of Jimmy Page's journey, which led him on the way to greatness. Early life was born on January 9, 1944. In Hond, Middlesex, England, James Patrick "Pig" Jimmy Page was well known throughout the world, poised for musical stardom. Father James Patrick Page Sr. worked as an industrial personnel manager, while his mother, Patricia Elizabeth Gaffin, worked as a doctor's secretary. At the age of 8, Jimmy's family moved to Epsom. Was sure it was in their new home. That young Jimmy came across a Spanish. The guitar ignited a passion that Woody began, shaping his future at the age of 12, strumming its strings immediately, taking a few lessons, but he eventually taught himself. His passion was clear, and he brought his guitar to school, only to having it confiscated and restored afterwards. Jimmy's early musical inspirations were different, and he was fascinated by the rockabilly sounds of Scotty Moore and James Burton. Both of them played alongside Elvis Presley. The blues also made an indelible mark on him, with legends such as B.B. King. Elmore James is shaping his style. The eclectic combination of rock and blues became at the age of 13. He established the basis of his distinctive sound. Jimmy demonstrated his talent on BBC One's All Your Own performance in a skiffle. Quartet. When asked about his future aspirations, he indicated a desire to conduct biological research to find a cure for cancer. However, music's appeal was too powerful to lure. By 14, he was playing with locals, bands like Malcolm Austin and the Whirlwinds, and then the Paramounts. Despite being interviewed for a laboratory assistant role Jimmy left school at, he joined at age 15 to pursue his musical goals. Singer Neil Christian's band, the Crusaders, toured widely, recording tracks like The Road to Love. Unfortunately, a case of glandular fever caused him to pause and enroll at Sutton Art College in Sioux, is focusing on other passion, painting. Despite the allure of music was tempting while in college, Jimmy frequented the Marquee Club, jamming with bands like Alexis Corner's Blues Incorporated and other guitarists. Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck's experiences have not just sharpened his skills, but also connected him with significant people. Figures in the music scene as transitioning from his early years to his remarkable career is apparent. Jimmy's early enthusiasm for music would quickly convert into global success in your career. And success began as one of London's finest popular session guitarists in the early 1960s. He offered his remarkable talent to artists like The Who and The Kinks and Moran. This prolific period demonstrated faithfulness, his adaptability, and laid the groundwork for his future endeavors. In 1966, Page joined the Yardbirds band, known for their pioneering blues during his time with them, rock sound crucible for his developing style combination, intricate guitar work, and experimental. The Yardbirds disbanded In 1968, Page formed Led Zeppelin, recruiting Robert Plant. John Bonham John Paul Jones's lineup became famous under PA's visionary guidance. Driving the band to unimaginable levels heights is Led Zeppelin's debut album. 96-9 was a seismic event in rock. History introduces a heavier, more dynamic sound that will influence countless artists' production presses, and innovative guitar methods were visible in tunes such as Dazed Confused. The band's fourth album, including Stairway to Heaven, solidified their status with PA's legendary solo. Earning recognition as one among the greatest in rock history throughout the 1970s, Led Zeppelin broke records with sold-out shows, tours, and chart-topping albums. The influence was so strong that Rolling Stone describes them as the heaviest band of all time, a tribute to their Page's dominant position in the rock genre, innovative application of different tunings, and his trademark double-neck guitar became symbols of his technological mastery showmanship following the band's breakup in 1980, after Bonham's untimely. Page took on a variety of assignments after his death, featuring cinema scores and collaborations with musicians such as Robert Plant. Paul Rodgers has made contributions. He was internationally acknowledged and inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Twice, one with the Yardbirds in 1992 and again with Led Zeppelin. In 1995 and 2012, he got the coveted Kennedy Center. Honors emphasizes his significant influence on American culture. Via the arts have attained extraordinary popularity and influence in the T. is worth exploring the music world. Financial legacy and how it has added to his endurance. Status, income, and net. Jimmy Page has amassed a significant fortune over his lifetime career as of 2024. His net worth, the estimated value, is around $200 million. The majority of Page's fortune comes from his groundbreaking work with Led Zeppelin. The band's albums have sold more than 300 million copies are generated worldwide. Significant royalties in addition to the concert tours, particularly during 1970s, were tremendously profitable with tickets. Sales are reaching record levels beyond his. Page has strategically planned her music career. Investments that have strengthened his. He is wealthy and owns multiple properties abroad, including a magnificent residence in Malibu, California, and the 16th century. He also has a home in Essex, England, invested in several equities and bonds, generate a considerable annual revenue. Page continues to generate income through royalty from Led Zeppelin's vast repertoire and from his solo albums and collaborations. Diversified portfolio and enduring influence in the music business guarantees that his financial legacy remains robust. Nonetheless, Jimmy Page's life is not. His passions are determined entirely by cash, philanthropy, and unique pursuits. Expose a man whose lifestyle is equally fascinating as his music lifestyle insights. Jimmy Page enjoys a dynamic existence. Complex as his signature. Riffs beyond the stage, his universe is a fusion of creative pursuits, altruistic endeavors, personal interests that paint vibrant portrait of the man behind the music. PA is fascinated with the alt, and mysticism is highly recorded, and he notably acquired the previous mansion of A-list Crowley, the Bolkin House, reflecting his deep interest in obscure issues. This curiosity frequently permeated into his songs, adding layers of richness to the Led Zeppelin. Page has worked throughout his career, experienced his fair share of controversies, especially regarding his interest in the occult. Yet these features have only added to his enigmatic personality, making him a subject of fascination. Speculation demonstrates a commitment. Page became a founder member for humanitarian concerns. Patrons of the ABC Trust in 1997, a group was dedicated to assisting impoverished children in Brazil. 2005, his achievements were recognized. He was appointed as an officer of the Order of the British Empire (OBE) for his charitable work. Information for PA's pets are sparse, and specific details about PA's favorite cuisine or sports. Television shows stay private. Passion for music, it's unequivocal. He has expressed admiration for diverse performers and genres, demonstrating a broad and diversified taste. His collecting habits are likewise noteworthy. He is said to have amassed a significant collection of unusual guitars. Each has its own tale and meaning. Furthermore, his interest in the occult inspired him to gather related objects. Literature that emphasizes his multifaceted personality remains to be really understood. The man behind the music, we have to explore the relationships and his ties have shaped him. Personal relationships throughout the journey. Jimmy Pig's private life has been as lively and complex as throughout his illustrious musical career. Over the years, he has participated in various significant relationships. Each contribute to the fabric of his life. During the late 1960s, Page was romantically associated with an American singer-songwriter. Jackie Shannon's connection is frequently acknowledged as an inspiration for Led Zeppelin's song Tangerine from 1970 until roughly 1982. Page had a relationship with Charlotte Martin, a French model. The couple Scarlett Pagey, our daughter, was born in 1971, has since established herself as a prominent photographer in the 1970s. PA's personal life attracted controversy caused by his participation with Lori Maddox, is a young model. The relationship started when Maddox was 14 or at 15 years old. A fact has been the subject of great debate and criticism. In 1986, Page married Patricia. The couple, an American model and a waitress, James Patrick Pagey, III, was born. In April 1988, their marriage ended in divorce. 95. Later in 1995, Page married Ha Gomez Paracha, whom he met on a tour in Brazil. He adopted her daughter Jan, born in 1994, and they have 2 children. Together, Sophia J., born in 1997, and Ashen Josan was born in 1999. This marriage also resulted in divorce in 2008. Since 2014, Page has been in relationship with Scarlett Say, 45, is a poet and actress. Years his junior. Despite their age difference, the couple has a strong bond, frequently collaborates on artistic undertakings and sharing a peaceful life away. Throughout his life, he remained out of the public glare. Jimmy Page has clearly built close friendships with other musicians, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, the late John Bonham's bandmates from Led Zeppelin. These links are significant if Fly inspired his musical journey, personal life, despite his partnerships offer insight into his own world. The whole depth of PA's personality shines through his passion of historic homes and architectural treasures real estate. Page has curated an incredible collection, a selection of houses that reflect his diverse tastes and profound appreciation. His greatest passions are architecture and history. The Tower House is a well-known dwelling place. Victorian marvel tucked among London's Holland Park, built by the renowned architect William Burgess circa 1875. In 1881, this Grade I listed building embodies the Gothic Revival style. Page was charmed by the beautiful design, and historical significance was acquired. Property in 1972 by actor Richard Harris has a deep interest in pre-elite movement and Burgess's work. This residence was an ideal match for his artistic abilities. Sensibilities beyond the Tower House PA's real estate ventures have included several important properties in 1967. During his time with the Yardbirds, He bought the T.S. Boathouse in Pangbourne, Berkshire, this riverside retreat served. He lived there until 1973. The birthplace of Led Zeppelin, where he and Robert Plant first convened at the summer of during the early 1970s, Page purchased the Bolkin. Home is situated on the seashore of Loch Ness in Scotland. This property, previously owned by occultist Aleister Crowley, identified with PA's fascination for the esoteric passages of Led Zeppelin's film The Song Remains. The same were filmed on the mountainside right behind the Bolkin house. Contributing to mystique as another significant dwelling was the Mill House on M Lane, Deet, Windsor, which Page owned from 1980 until 2004, was the residence of actor Michael Caine. This property became a drummer John witnessed a tragic scene. Bonham died. There, in 1980, Page also owned Plumpton Place in Sussex Medieval Manor Home. Parts designed by architect Edwin Lewins, this mansion, featured in the song, remains the same, highlighting Page's connection with his homes through his music. Currently, Page resides in Deary Garden while sunning, Berkshire, another masterpiece designed by Lucian for Edward Hudson. Residence reflects Page's continued admiration of architectural artistry and historical significance. Regardless of his taste, luxury extends beyond real estate. Jimmy Page's automotive collection says, his passion and style speak volumes. Timeless music. Design automobiles and cars in his collection include the 1978 Ferrari 400 GT stands out on a grand tour known for its combination of performance and luxury reflects Page's appreciation for classic automobiles, workmanship. Another gem is the 1966 Ferrari GTB 275 is a model known for its sleekness. Design and powerful V12 engine embodying Ferrari is elegant and fast. Known for PAG, also had a 1936 Cord. The 810 Phaeton was the innovative car that became famous. For its front-wheel drive and unique design, this car underwent a complete Concours restoration under his owner. Earship emphasizes his commitment to preserving automotive history. Additionally, his collection had a 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB4, an appreciated model for its engineering excellence and racing pedigree throughout his touring days. Page had an experience with Led Zeppelin luxury of private plane travel. The band famously used the Starship, a customized Boeing 720B to traverse continent style exemplifying rock and roll, the lifestyle of the 1970s. While not being an extensive collector of cars, the selected components Jimmy Page possesses a discerning taste for. Innovation, design, and performance are much I enjoy his approach to music, regardless the luxury and intrigue around him. Jimmy Page's current holdings. Lifestyle reflects a blend of solitude, creative pursuits, and continued influence current. Jimmy Page's lifestyle as of early 2025, the iconic guitarist from Led Zeppelin, continues to be an intriguing figure. At the age of 81, he remains an inspiration in the music world. Maintain a relatively private lifestyle. Living in his historic tower house in London's Holland Park, despite steps Page returned from public performances. Remains creatively active in recent years in interviews. He has hinted at several currently working on projects, but prefers keep details under wraps to avoid Page speculated in November 2023. A rare public appearance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Induction ceremony honoring guitar pioneer Link Ray. He delivered a heartfelt speech and led a rendition of Ray's classic rumble, reminding fans of his enduring passion for music. On the personal front, Page continues his relationship with poet Scarlett Sabet, which began in 2014. The couple shares a deep bond, often collaborating on artistic projects and enjoying a quiet life away from the public eye, while he may not be touring or releasing new music at the moment. Jimmy Page's influence remains omnipresent. His legacy is celebrated by fans and musicians alike, and any hint of new material or projects is met with eager anticipation as he navigates. His ninth-decade Page exemplifies a life dedicated to artistic exploration and musical excellence. What did you find most surprising or insightful about this deep dive into the life of Jimmy P. Page? Share your thoughts by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, we think you'll like one of these that's on your screen now. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.